us as they come in. But thank you everyone for attending this workshop. This workshop is all about finding NEO by past CSA Challenge winners from 2019. So very recent, and they have a lot of experience and expertise that you will definitely benefit from. So just to set some ground rules, if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat function on the right-hand side of your screen. And there you can ask any questions as the video is playing, or after we'll also be doing a Q&A round. So feel free to use that, or feel free to unmute yourselves and ask any questions. They're happy to answer any questions that do come up. And also, as the video is playing, keep yourselves on mute and have your cameras off, just so there are no distractions. This workshop will also be recorded, so feel free to come back to it when you're working over the weekend if you need some inspiration or just want to have a look back. But to start off this workshop, so welcome to Finding Near-Earth Asteroids workshop by the winners of the past CSA Challenge in 2019. So our workshop hosts are three incredible space enthusiasts. Starting off with Parnia Shokri, who's a second-year master's student in electrical and computer engineering at the University of Calgary and an engineering intern at SkyWatch. She works on making computers and robots smarter by designing computer vision and machine learning algorithms. Parnia has a strong passion for space since childhood. And next we have Bahareh, who's a Ph.D. candidate at the University of Calgary, the Department of Geomatics Engineering. Her work is primarily in remote sensing, Earth observation, and image processing applications, a lot of things that you're going to be focusing on throughout this hackathon. And Bahareh is always open to new adventures and very curious. And lastly, we have Ameen. So as an individual who's extremely passionate about space exploration, Ameen Zadeh is pursued a bachelor's in science in electrical and a master's in science and computer engineering, as he recognized technology as one of humanity's greatest tools in the journey to beyond. So in this workshop, they'll be talking about their experiences, like best team practices, and in general, just sharing some tips and excitement with our participants here today. So to start off, I'll be sharing my screen with a video that they have created. So this is roughly around an 11-minute video. So during this video, if you have any questions that do come up, feel free to either just put them in the chat, and then we can come to them later. And then after this video is over, we'll also be doing a Q&A round. So I hope everyone is able to see my screen here. I'm going to let me know if you're also.
Hi, we are Team Pixel Heroes, the overall winners of the Canadian Space Agency's part of the Space Apps Challenge 2019. We'd love to share with you what we've experienced last year, hoping that it can help you even just a little bit. In the beginning of the challenge, we didn't imagine making it among the 173 teams that chose CSA challenges. I mean, when you think about it, you only have 2 days for working on a challenge you never thought of before and presenting your solution. It was a bit overwhelming at the first, but after the first 2 hours of being in the Wonderland and diving deeper into the challenge, the excitement started to build up in our mind. We knew what we wanted to do and how we can approach it, finding and reporting a small, bright, near-Earth object, or NEO, moving in the images of the NeoSat satellite. I'm an extremely passionate individual about space exploration. As a kid, seeing every twinkle of the stars made my dream of pursuing my curiosities in the sky stronger. I pursued a bachelor's in electrical engineering and a master in computer engineering, as I recognize the technology to be one of the humanity's greatest tools in the journey to beyond. I have worked with companies that see the need for artificial intelligence and machine learning to be implemented in even the smallest things to make them smarter, faster, and safer.
I'm studying electrical and computer engineering as my master's at the University of Calgary. I've had a strong passion in space since I was 6 years old, gazing at the night sky, wondering what is out there. As my thesis, I help robots perceive their surroundings. I'm also an engineering intern at the SkyWatch, where I design artificial intelligence algorithms that can process satellite images.
I'm Bahareh, a Ph.D. student in Geomatics Engineering at the University of Calgary. I believe images are great magics to demonstrate facts, even those that cannot be seen with our eyes. I worked with various kinds of images, from airborne sensors to satellites, for different applications, from detecting clouds, snow, fire, agricultural purposes, maritime applications, and for this challenge, finding NEOs, the near-Earth objects.
It starts from a lab desk at the University of Calgary and ends all the way in Canadian Space Agency labs in Montreal. So stay with us until the end.
I was checking my LinkedIn feed. The Canadian Space Agency posted about a competition called NASA CSA Space Apps happening in the evening of that day. To me, it sounded interesting, especially because it was about space, my childhood passion. First, I started browsing the NASA and CSA challenges. A particular challenge as a part of the CSA Space Apps caught my eye. It was about finding near-Earth objects or NEOs in satellite images. I never worked on satellite images directly, but I was experienced in image processing in general. I needed a team though, and it wasn't just about me. All of us must like the challenge we want to choose. I didn't want to do this alone. What was the fun of it? As a master's student working on my thesis alone all day, I missed working as a team. So I started wondering, who else might be interested in such challenge? I called my husband, who also likes space stuff and has experience in image processing. Being adventurous as always, he said I'm in. Perfect. Then I remembered my new lab mate, whom I met a few weeks back. She told me she had experience with image processing, working on some other satellite data as her Ph.D. She seemed like a passionate and social person. Maybe she's interested in such teamwork. So I went to her desk in the lab, telling her about the competition. She was in too. That's fantastic. A team of 3. We all decided to take a look at all of the challenges to have a rough idea of what we want to go with. It seemed like all of us liked that Finding Neo challenge. What do we name our team? Well, working on images, pixels, saving the world from potentially dangerous asteroids, which later we found out is not the case, Pixel Heroes. We teamed up nearly 2 hours before the competition started. Many people also found their partners in the workshops during the first hour of the competition. Having the team ready, we looked forward to that evening. A few workshops were held that helped us a lot. One of them talked about how to present your work and how to make your audience interested in what you did, which is as important as solving the challenge itself. The other ones were talking about some specific challenges and how to approach them, which really helped us gain more insight before making sure which challenge we want to go with. To be honest, we had many question marks popping in our heads after the workshops, but we dared to ask them no matter how stupid they looked like to us. This leads us to the next point here. The mentors are here to help you. They won't judge you no matter how stupid or basic you think a question is. I remember we were working on the first step in our challenge, opening an image file. It was supposed to contain a comment in it, but no matter how hard we tried, we just couldn't see it. So I opened the Slack channel, and to my surprise, another team has already put together the images of that exact comment showing it opening. Well, that wasn't a great start for us, but we didn't feel embarrassed about asking our question in the Slack channel. There were both online and in-person mentors available. In fact, later on throughout the competition, we asked so many questions from our mentor Natalie that she dialed Vika's number, who is the manager of the satellite this challenge was all about, and we talked to him directly. What a passionate guy he was. We enjoyed every bit of information he offered to us, which greatly helped us in designing our algorithm. Later, during our visit to the CSA as our grand prize, people there told us, "Oh, so you are the passionate team from Calgary that had those long discussions on the phone with Vika." You might be overwhelmed by the many options you have to choose from. I would say consider these factors. Choose something that you as a team is passionate about. The 3 of us loved working on images, especially when they are taken from space. If possible, select the challenge that you at least know the basics to. All of us had experience in image processing and computer vision, although we hadn't worked on the specific data format in the challenge. Don't choose something if you think it's too hard for your team to pull through. Be result-oriented, but don't let it stop you from enjoying the competition.
The 3 of us tried to describe the overall picture as the simplest question we could ask ourselves. In our case, we wanted to detect an asteroid or comet while it was moving, forming a path as we followed it across the images. So we boiled down the challenge to this simple question: how could we detect a curved line in an image? This gave us a clue for where to start. After we learned more about our topic and dataset and agreed on the overall approach we had in mind, we broke our problem into pieces. For each piece, we did several try and errors. Instead of testing one approach altogether, each of us was trying one thing. We were doing this and let each other know of the results until something succeeded. Then the next step was started and continued likewise. While all the steps and approaches you take matters, the key point is how you demonstrate what you did to your audience. In your presentation, you just have a limited time to let your audience know of your accomplishments. One of the most important factors to engage your audience is to let them know why you chose that specific topic, why this topic is important. Let them have an overall view of what other ones did on this approach and why you chose to do it in your way. Knowing a bit of the background of the topic gives you and the audience a good understanding of your work. A good visualization helps the audience understand quickly and clearly what the data looks like, how the procedure of the work is, and how your work is distinguished from other ones. Let's share with you what we did and found helpful in our presentation. If you remember, I said that we broke our problem into some smaller steps. So in our presentation, we made a table. In this table, we wrote each step that we took to solve the whole problem. Then in front of each step, we wrote what approaches we used to solve that small problem and why the one that we chose was the best one. A flowchart showing the whole process of what you did, proper figures, and representative plots are other options to visualize your dataset and what you did. You might have heard about storytelling. Storytelling is a good way to immerse your audience in your presentation and let them follow you along the journey you took to solve the problem. The other way is to think of your presentation as a TED Talk. Stay focused on your important points and understand what makes them important to your audience as well.
Participating in the Space Apps Challenge was a huge opportunity for us to expand our network. We got to know our mentors and judges in the competition. During our visit to the Canadian Space Agency, we met the awesome and passionate specialists and managers who work on the well-known missions that I'm sure most of you have heard about, like the Lunar Gateway, OSIRIS-REx, RadarSat, Mars Rover, and etc. After we won the challenge locally in Calgary, the university newsletter shared the excitement with other students. The media team introduced us to CBC Radio and we had an interview with them. We were also invited to APEGA AGM and Professional Development Conference 2021 to talk about how we solved our challenge. Working as a team on these timely limited challenges always brings new skill sets. From soft skills like managing time and work effort and being a better presenter to hard skills like learning about subjects that are new to us and makes us excited. Even further, we thought that would be a good idea to share our solution with the academic world to get feedback and improve our method. Publishing a paper in ISPRS 2020 conference helped us to get lots of valuable feedback that we can use to add more features to our software in the future. Also, we wanted to share our work with astronomers and space enthusiasts as an open source project so that we can be part of new adventures and explorations. The pixelheroes.com website is now available where you can download, run, test the software and let us know about your experience to improve it. Even the community can help us to work on the project in GitHub to make Finding Neo a better tool and a better experience.
Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. I guess we'll now open the floor to any questions that there are. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. You can also unmute yourselves at any time.
I have a question. What was the best part of the whole hackathon?
Okay, I'll answer that. And then the others. Well, for me, the best part was visiting the CSA. It was the best 2 days of my life. I've met many passionate people, and it was like heaven for me.
Yeah, actually, the same happened for all of us. Actually, the challenge was something really helpful, really enjoyable. It was tough, but it was enjoyable. But the reward was really worth it, actually.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say that when we found how to use the data set, I think that was a good point to start. But of course, nothing is comparable to our visit to the CSA. It was awesome seeing a lot of people over there.
Yeah, then the other thing is when we're out for the first time, when our algorithm successfully detected that comet, it was really exciting to see it that it autonomously did that. And it was hard for us, like even hard for the team to see that comet in the picture. So it was really exciting.
Yeah, we're really happy to see Natalie, Julie, Vika, Nathaniel, and all the people we've seen in CSA. So yeah, you can see we are smiling because we've seen the
Yeah, we
lovely
missed you.
It is so great to see you guys after a year. It's been so long. Gee,
Nice to see you guys too. Hi.
yeah.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Vika.
We are really
Hey,
proud
guys.
of you. I was wondering, was there a time, I remember a year ago back in Calgary, it was like fantastic, but was there a time during the SpaceX weekend that you said, oh no, we're not going to solve that?
I think for me it was at the first of that. After 2 hours of trying to find the comet and we found nothing but a black image, it was the time that I said to myself that we should go home. It's nothing that we can do. But yeah, but after that we just build the friends into ourselves.
The thing is that I worked with satellite images, but I mean different kind of satellite images. So I knew that this will happen. So yeah, so I was not as much disappointed.
Yeah, I guess that Vicar and Nathaniel's help was really, in fact, helpful, I guess.
For sure,
Yes,
for
yes.
sure.
Yeah, you can guess that because we were talking a lot of times. Even we were making the calls to Vika, and I don't know if Vika was sometimes thinking, "Why did I get my number?"
No, it was really fun. I was happy to participate, and I'm really glad you guys are back and inspiring others as well. Like, you guys did a great job with the video, and I made a little cameos in there. So. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we really miss you actually, and the CSA. And I don't know if that's possible or not, but as a joke, we want to just come again to CSA if there's gonna with the winning team.
You know what? I'm sure
If you have
there's a
any
lot of
space
people
for
who
us.
would like to go to CSA. None of us are going there anymore.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's right.
Yeah,
Or let's say
you're
most
right.
of us aren't going there anymore.
Yeah, maybe the Lunar Gateway would be the best place because it's not coronavirus over there.
That's right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really happy to see you guys. I will drop from this call to join the Calgary team for the presentation, but the rest of the team will remain if there are any questions. I'm really happy to see all of you again, and hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if there's any questions, any more questions?
I have a question. So I know, Bahareh, you have like a lot of experience, especially with like space and satellites. That I was like reading through your bio, but I guess like was this your first like space hackathon, or how do you decide that like you wanted to attend a space hackathon, not any other like software engineering hackathon, especially for you, Ameen?
Okay. So, Ameen, first, I start if I may?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, I worked with civil, satellite, and airborne images because my field of study is remote sensing. But, you know, in my opinion, every set of data is different from other ones. So I worked with various kind of data, but it was really different from what I saw in the NewSat. But the thing was that I've had background in image processing, computer vision, algorithms, machine learning, all the tools that can be used to solve such a problem. So that's why I thought it would be a good opportunity to work with another kind of data set as well.
Yeah, and Natalie is telling that yeah, we could make that available for sure. And you know, for me, I was participating in different hackathons, but they were more about programming and making softwares. But I have a background in image processing because it's my passion. And now I'm working on the software and as a software engineer for low-level programming. But when there is something about the competition and image processing stuff, that will be a flashback for me. I would jump into that. So that was a good moment for me when Parnia asked me that if you could join us for this hackathon. And without thinking, I just told that yes, I'm coming. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. So I would do that again.
The same. Sorry, I just wanted to mention that thanks, Natalie, for saying that. We put the presentation, this video and our presentation that we sent for the space apps as the finalists to our YouTube channel. So it would be available for public. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna jump back on the chat. Bye.
Thank you, Julie.
Bye.
It was nice to see you guys again.
Yeah.
It was nice to see you too.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll get going as well, but really good to see you guys, and yeah, good luck.
Yeah, hope to see you again. Yeah.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You guys didn't feel like trying again to go back-to-back champions?
I was thinking of that, really. I thought maybe this year also the prize would be going to the CSA.